Good evening, Wordlers. Or morning. I did this bit last time. Hi, Wordlers. It's just so unnatural to not say good evening, you know? Like, how do you greet people? Good. Hi. Anyways, I'm your host, William, and we got Caden here with us today.
I'm
Say
partial to
hi.
howdy.
And then we got a secret guest. Okay, secret guest. Go.
Hello, I'm Stoe. Do you need me to say more?
No, I think that's fine. That's very on
Okay.
brand.
I'm a hello guy.
Yeah. Hello is good.
I'm happy to be here, though, because usually when I respond to what you guys are saying, it's already been recorded.
Yeah, and we can't react any further.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can live correct us.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to have a lot of corrections because we're wrong on almost everything.
Yeah. You guys froze for a second. So this will be an interesting podcast. Oh no.
Will is living off of his hotspot as per the usual.
Oh no. Could you tell?
No, I just know that you're living off your hotspot as per
Oh,
the usual.
okay. Okay. Yeah, usually it's not that bad.
Yeah, we're
but,
getting you at a crisp 6 frames per second.
Oh, buddy. Okay. This is going to be great. Well, let's get into this before my internet breaks. Can you hear my voice the whole time, though?
Yeah, no, you're all good.
Okay, so my voice is fine. That's all that matters. That's what the people come for, right?
Mom always
It
said
is a-
I had a face for radio.
It is a podcast, so
Yeah, exactly.
Better than a face for punching.
She said that too. That was a joke. That was a joke. I was not serious.
You know,
A low
funny,
energy start. We've got a low energy start today.
I know.
That's
Okay,
what we
I'm
get
gonna have
for
that.
recording on a Friday.
Yeah. Dude, it was a long day. It was fun, but it was long.
Well, I mean, you haven't hosted in a long time, Will.
I
You haven't
haven't.
hosted
I'm a
since we
little
did the
rusty.
live show.
Okay, here we go. We got Wordles, we got wine, we got whatever. We got the Stoe, the Wordle expert, what was your name on YouTube again?
Me?
Yeah, Stoe, what's your YouTube name?
Data unknown.
We got the data unknown.
Most of our corrections. Well, I shouldn't say most. A lot of our corrections.
Most of the corrections. The
Speaking
guy
of,
I
one
looked-
of them, an early correction from the one and only Data Unknown. He has described you as gangly before, Will.
Gangly?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because I'm like lengthy boy,
Yeah.
right?
He can throw the
Oh.
disc golf discs really far.
Gangly as he is.
Okay, very nice. Well, we got wines. Let's get into this show.
Okay.
We all have the same wine today. Stowe, are you a wine drinker?
I am not.
So we get a new
This
perspective.
is the third time I've ever had wine, and the first 2 times were on the same flight.
Huh. I did not know that. I thought you might have had wine once or twice more.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. We get
a newbie.
fresh taste buds.
Yeah. And spoiler alert, this one's pretty mid.
All right. How about Caden? You tell the listeners what we're drinking today.
All right, we've got a rosé this time, our first rosé for the podcast, coming to us from the Rogue Valley in Southern Oregon, from the Quady North Vineyards. And Will, I think I would just love to hear you read the back of the label for us.
I was just looking at. I'm like, okay. Oh, there's. Yeah. There's words. Okay, so the back of the bottle. We are in the Quadi family. Have always been ferociously?
No, you're close. It's vociferously.
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 Okay.
That's-
Vociferously. Bro Rosé. Get us in a room with some other Oniophiles?
I think it's actually just pronounced anophiles. You kind of drop the O.
Oh, Enophiles. Get us in a room with some other Eniophiles, and we'll argue the virtues of Rosé until we are politely asked to leave. Whether it be its unparalleled ability to refresh on a summer afternoon, or its versatility as a pairing with lighter fare. There are plenty of reasons to love Rosé. We challenge you to find your own.
And it is challenging, let me tell you that much.
Oh, buddy. All right. At Quadi North, we specialize in small lots of single vineyard Viognier, Syrah, and Cabernet Franc from select sites in southern Oregon's Rogue and Applegate valleys.
Rogue River Valley.
So we have a 55. Or yeah, go ahead.
Oh, nothing. I was just going to ask you what you thought about it, but we can do the percentages. It's 55% Grenache, 34% Syrah, 1% Mourvèdre. It's French. I don't know what it means.
11%.
11%. Yes, I'm sorry. And actually, if you go to their website, it's also 1% Counois.
Ooh. Well, yeah, I got to be on top of it when Stowe's here because
Hey, if any word is longer than 5 letters, I don't know.
This is true. He only specializes in valid Wordle answers.
Yeah. All right. Stowe, what do you think of it though as a non-wine drinker?
It tastes like what I would expect a less than average cleary wine to taste like.
Okay. To me, it reminds me a little bit of the Cabernet Blanc that we tried, the double white wines, but it's not as sharp as either of the Blancs.
Yeah, like when I was reading it, they specialize in Cabernet Franc. I was like, oh, that's kind of that wheelhouse right there.
Mm-hmm.
Coming through.
Yeah, and I think we had the Cabernet Blancs was what it was, and Cabernet Franc is obviously one of those varieties, but
Yours on the video looks so much pinker than mine.
yeah, mine in my glass is not particularly pink. It lightens a little bit when you have a smaller quantity.
That must
Will's
be
is
it.
so pink though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with it. I think it might be a white wine thing. I'm not very. I tend to get less out of them than I do like a red wine. Like I'm not noticing as much like depth.
Dude, honestly,
It smells like like grapes on the nose to me.
I might like this more than you, Caden.
Oh, really?
Yeah, spoiler alert, but as we're in the segment.
Yeah.
What was the thing you said? Sorry.
No, go
Open
ahead.
your mouth when you smell.
Oh yeah, goober mode. If you open your mouth when you smell, it cuts through the alcohol vapor a little bit. We're all smelling. That's why it's quiet.
Yeah.
It's so much easier
Riveting.
because we have our video on, but nobody else is seeing that. So it's like,
Yeah. Okay.
I'd always just imagined what it looked like in my head.
well, that's fair. But I think we have at least one listener that doesn't know us in person.
Okay. What do you think of the flavor here, Caden? Profile.
The flavor, it tastes distinctly like a white wine to me, and I've got nothing further than that.
Okay.
I got nothing. It's dry,
Okay.
sort of. I would say maybe a somewhat heavy mouthfeel for a white or a rosé, I suppose.
Okay. Do you like that?
I like a drier wine. I don't like anything super sweet. It is a little odd. It is a little. I would maybe like it a touch sweeter, I think.
Really? Okay. Yeah, we're getting very different here.
Yeah, because when I have a white wine, I think I want some if I want a white wine, I'm expecting something a little sweeter.
Okay. What do you Okay. So I'll give my thoughts and then we'll give some ratings. How about that?
Okay.
Quantify. So for me though, I actually think it's kind of sweet, which is odd.
Hmm. Let me
And
ask you this: Did
yeah,
you chilled your wine, right?
yes,
Are you just out of the fridge with it?
yes.
Okay, that might be it. I think it might be a little sweeter when it's just a touch cooler.
But what's interesting is like I wouldn't call it dry per se. Like it tastes like just a good white wine to me, like
Interesting.
with a little sweetness to it. And what's interesting is my roommate said it was dry too. Like he's like, "Wow, it like dried out my mouth."
Hmm.
But for me, like it doesn't.
It
Like
is
it feels
sweeter when it's colder. I'll give you that.
okay.
I just topped off a little bit from the bottle, which is colder than my glass, and it does
Yeah.
get a little bit sweeter.
I mean, I guess for a white wine, but like yeah, I'm not. My mouth is not dry. It's
That
fully
is weird.
moist. Yeah.
I think that's the biggest disparity between tasting experiences that you and I have had on the show.
I don't know. This is weird. I mean, I'll keep thinking about it, but I'm actually enjoying it, which is
Yeah. Hmm.
Do you want the rest of mine?
Absolutely.
I'll come over once I finish my bottle. Um,
Your entire bottle.
And then you go over
all
to
right.
his house and grab his.
Yeah.
So now let me ask you, Will, what are the vibes with this? Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself drinking this?
Um. Well, I want to do ratings first because the
Okay.
vibe checks are. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so. Oh, I just got an email about a deal that's going on right now. It's
Hey
not
yo,
going to pertain to the listener, sadly, though.
darn.
Uh,
Anyways, I think Stowe, you should give your rating first.
Yeah.
out of 10,
Yeah,
3.
not a wine guy.
Yeah, I don't know if any wine I would have would be more than like a 6 or a 7.
Okay, good to know. It's okay.
3 out of 5,
We've got you
right?
here for Wordles. That's what you're really here for.
I just whine
That was
about the wine.
that was out of 5, right?
That was out of. I might bump it up to 20, Will.
3 out of 20.
All right. Um. Okay. What would you give it, Caden?
Give it a 6.
Okay, that's better than I thought you would.
Yeah, it's like rarely do I have a wine that I just straight up don't like. This one, I think I like it a little bit more than I like the Cabernet. I can't remember if it was Franc or Blanc that we tried.
I think it was a Blanc.
Okay, I like it better than both of the Cabernet Blancs, just a touch better, I think. But I still don't love it.
I do like it more than Yeah, I think I like it more than the Kirkland like TI point one we had.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I think it's better than both of those.
Yeah, which I mean, maybe it's just my lack of experience in white wine, but like I'm like it's significantly better than those, which makes it bumps it up quite a bit for me.
Yeah.
Like this, man, I would love to have this in a park in the summer.
Okay.
I'm getting a little bit into the vibe, but my rating though would be you gave it a 5, right?
I gave it a 6.
Oh, you gave it a 6. Okay. I
It's I actually, you know what?
hmm,
I might give it 5.5. I think it's a touch, barely a touch above mid. You know?
okay. Okay. I will give it I'll give it a good 7.5.
Okay. I'm surprised actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to leave some room for like if I have a better white wine, but like I'm tempted to give it an 8, but I do want to leave some room there just because I'm not experienced in the white wine world.
Okay. So you probably would buy again.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would consider it. Okay, vibe check though.
Okay, vibe check. Can I give my idea of a vibe check that Stowe has for this wine? Can I just give my
I like.
I
Yeah.
can imagine Stowe being given this wine, looking at it, saying thank you to the gift giver, promptly throwing it right in the trash. That's the vibe I get from Stowe.
I took some sips, okay?
And then threw it right in the trash. No, but I'm kidding, of course. You can give your own vibe if you wish.
I feel like it's a wine that somebody who likes white wine would give to somebody who doesn't like white wine and be like, "No, but it's good."
That's good. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Okay, I got mine.
Okay. Do you want me to give
Okay.
mine first, or do you want to give yours?
Yes, go for it.
Okay.
I got.
So picture this. It's a hot summer's day, like the days that we've been having. It's a hot summer's day, but I'm thinking of more of a hot summer day in like the South, in like Georgia kind of thing, you know. And so you've got these like big wraparound porches in like big plantation home, right? And you're out with a bunch of friends, and you're having a fancy proper Sunday lunch on the deck. And you have this wine with a dessert that actually tastes good, and it complements a dessert that's sweet. That's how I see it.
Okay. Like what kind of dessert?
Tiramisu is popping into my head.
Really? Wow, I was not picturing that.
I maybe that's the only dessert I can actually think of at the moment because I've been hardcore craving some tiramisu.
Dude,
But
like a strawberry shortcake would look so good.
that's
next
what
to
it is. That's what it is. I retract tiramisu, strawberry shortcake, 100%. It doesn't
I
really fit
also,
the image of the plantation home in Georgia, but I'm like strawberries, good whipped cream, and that like those pound cakes from Costco. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
The whipped cream would go good with it, though.
Yeah.
I think to
Yeah.
sweeten it up. Yeah. Okay. So, where was I going with it? Oh yeah, I just thought it'd be. We could almost name this segment the vibe check segment.
I heard you say vibe check, and I was like, oh, that's good. That's a good
That's pretty
name for the
good.
segment.
Maybe next time I'll properly do a jingle to
Vibe
introduce it.
check.
Ooh, that's good. Okay, so I think you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to drop a truth bomb here. Ready? It feels like the Pinot Noir of white wine.
Hold up, that is out there. That's crazy, bro.
Okay, because hear me out. It doesn't feel too dry. Like there's some acidity there and like some like very little complexity to the point where kind of what Stowe said where like I would venture to give somebody that's not a wine drinker this one and be like, try it. See what you think. There's not it doesn't, it doesn't dry out your mouth too much. It's not too intense. It's just more of a okay. Yeah. That's and it's a beautiful color. I do like the color. It's pretty looking. It's got some things going for it where it's like, oh, okay. But I would honestly consider this if I was going to the park with like a date.
Mm-hmm.
And I would bring the bucket of ice. I would have the whole bottle in there.
So this is more than a just friends wine for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Just friends. I would be looking at the Kirkland stuff.
Okay. So like Kirkland, Grey Wacky, but then the Rosé is like, okay, things are getting pretty serious.
Yeah, and it's got a cute little rose on the front. It's from Southern Oregon. It fits. Like what we're,
You know what that rose looks like? It looks like the the, the sort of rose that a biker would have tattooed on them. That's the style it's given me.
It is,
Yeah, it's like me. It's a little edgy, but it's kind of
it's
pretty.
yeah, Rogue Valley.
You
It
know, I
fits.
can think of a lot of words to describe you, Will, and I would never, never approach edgy as one of those words.
It's a stretch.
If I was trying to come up with words that perfectly do not describe you, edgy might be second or third on that list.
I agree.
But enough about that. I have some corrections.
Do 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 do. Oh, did Stowe have anything else about the wine? Like, will you finish the bottle? What are you gonna do with it?
I gave some to Matt,
What
my
did you
twin.
think?
What'd you think of it, Matt? What did you think of it? The wine. He said, "It's okay."
Yeah.
That's better than
Yeah.
Stowe.
He has a red wine in a box in the fridge.
Ah,
that
the
he
old
drinks
card
from.
Bordeaux.
I've never heard that. That's awesome. Oh, I know what this is.
What?
It's so if Ti Point or the Kirkland stuff's a porch pounder.
Yeah.
this is a this is like a fancy porch pounder. Like, dude, you could drink a lot of this stuff.
It's a porch swing sipper.
You like it's a porch pounder, but you got your pinky out.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's actually what I said about the Grey Wacky when we did the Kirkland and the Grey Wacky. I was like, this is a porch pounder, but slightly but you're wearing a suit and tie.
Yeah. Oh wow, that last sip I just took, I got some red wine way back there.
I like it.
On the
I like it
undertones.
better once it's warmed up.
Maybe that's it. I'll be sipping on it. But anyways,
I'm
okay.
nearer to room temperature right now, and I like it a little better. But anyways, we have a few
Okay.
corrections and clarifications from last
Can I
week.
do the jingle? Can I do the?
Yeah, should say last month, but go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Do. What clarifications do we have?
Wow, that's a long jingle.
Ooh.
That's a lot. Anyways, it's mostly about wine because it's from Venetia, and this is from last month, and so it's been a whole month since we recorded that, and I have no idea what we talked about. The context is just completely gone.
Uh-oh.
But what she says is, fun fact, when a wine doesn't have a specific year or non-vintage on it, let's see, generally more so when it's a blend, it's because the grapes have been harvested for more than 1 year. Champagne and other sparkling wines generally don't have a vintage because this is common practice for these wines. It's a blend when it comes from more than one type of grape. Okay, we knew what made it a blend, but yeah, so when the grapes come from more than 1 year, it doesn't have a vintage on it.
I remember
'cause- yeah,
go ahead.
that one of you had a year on your wine and the other one didn't.
Yeah, I think we both had the Phantom, but one of us had a year and the other didn't.
Yep, that's what it was.
Okay, the other thing, she says, unflavored wine in itself is gluten-free. Wine coolers, flavored wine, malt beverages, and some wine cocktails are not. However, there is a slight possibility after fermentation that a wine may be contaminated with gluten during the fining or clarifying process, depending on what they use, and during the sealing process when they put the wine in the oak barrels. But the amount of gluten that the wine could be exposed to during these steps is very minimal and is below the threshold to still get the gluten-free label. So yeah,
Okay.
wine by its nature is gluten-free, but there is a chance of contamination.
Yeah, because I remember we made that comment. I can't remember how it came up, but we're like, gluten-free wine. Isn't all wine gluten-free?
Yes, what it said was on the label of the wine, it had a gluten-free badge on it. And I was like, isn't all wine gluten-free? And yes, it is. Unless it's, it could be very slightly contaminated, or it's not like wine.
Gotcha. I'm just now realizing Stowe is very astute. So if there's any questions we have about our own podcast, Stowe would probably be able to answer it.
This is true. Stowe is the Wine Wordle and whatever wiki. He's got all the
Yeah.
information we need about it.
We're
and
like,
then-
what episode did we?
Yeah, there is one
you
more
listen?
thing. Venetia says, by an asterisk. She says asterisk June 20th, crying with laughter emoji. If I remember right, it's been like a month, but when I re-listened to the podcast, I think I accidentally said May 20th instead of June.
Oh,
But hey, you know what? Can't win them all.
rookie mistake.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
what
those are
dates if
more clarifications than corrections, which I like to see.
Yeah, it means we're doing our job of not messing up.
Yeah. Yeah. All right,
Cool.
now the fun part. Will, you're the host. You have to guide us.
Yeah. Okay, so we've done our clarifications. We've gotten more clarifications. But you know what I struggle with more than being corrected is, is my words. Let's talk about this week's Wordle, guys.
Yeah, it was a it was an interesting week. We had some good words.
I did not like it.
I know you had a very bad time.
Yep. Stowe, how'd you do? How'd you feel about the whole week in general?
I thought it started off really well, and I was very excited to talk about my Wordles, and then it started faltering towards the end, and I was very sad.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I wanted a
I
good
am-
showing.
I had an okay
Yeah.
week. I ended up with a 5, but everything else was 3s and 4s, so can't complain too much.
Nice. Yeah, cool. All right, so I think what we do here is Stowe starts us off with what his words are. Caden, you do yours, and then I do mine.
Works for me. So we start with Saturday, and that would be July 13th.
Do we want to start with Friday?
No, because today is Friday.
Do we normally do 7?
We do 7, because that is a week.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, I guess. Yeah. You're right.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm an
That's
accountant.
7 days. Math. Okay. Stowe, how did you do on Saturday,
I
the 7th? 6th?
I did very
13th.
well. Last Saturday, whatever number, I got a 2. I did stare and then enact.
Nice. Nice. So remind me, how did you get the 2 on that?
I did stare and then I did enact. And the word was enact.
Okay, I see. I see how you got there. So fun fact, Stowe and I have the same starting word. We both use stare. I did stare, teach, and enact.
It's a good word, though. That is
It's a good
word.
guess. It's a good guess coming off one I had, but it's not as good as guessing the actual word.
Yeah.
But if it had been teach, then I would have been wrong and you would have been right.
I mean, yeah, exactly it. 50-50 shot.
Not to show off, but I did get it in 2 as well. And go ahead, ask me how I did it.
How did you do it, Will?
Oh, I put notch, my starting word, and then I did enact because it's a natural second word.
Ah!
Seems like the right thing to do. I mean, that's how I would do it.
And if you ask me what that word even means,
Yeah, I was gonna say, enact seems like a word that would take you at least 3 to get, knowing your Wordle playing habit, Will.
well, here's the thing, right? I got the N and the T were yellow, and the C was the second to last
Yeah.
letter.
Yeah, I think you're
So-
right there.
There's not a whole lot of words that have a C in the 4th slot. I mean, I guess if the word ends in E, but like, yeah, it's just it. I
Yeah.
think that one probably took a while, but I got it.
Indeed, you did. Indeed, you did.
Oh, Stowe, you do the maths, right? On like possible guesses left.
Yeah, you had one word left after your first word.
Oh,
Oh,
see?
he only had the answer. Well, there you go.
That's why he's
And
here,
how
boys.
many did we have after our first word?
We had, let's see. We had 15.
Oh, wow. So I mean, we both did pretty good. Kind of bucked the odds there.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. That's why notch is the superior starting word.
Only when the answer is an act.
Yeah. Wait till we get later in the week, Will.
Yeah, yeah, we get some fun stuff happening. Uh,
Yeah. Okay.
I've got some
Sunday.
good words on Sunday.
Oh, very good. All right. Start us off, Stowe. Sunday. How'd you do?
I got like a 240p answer. Stare, older, video.
Okay, I see. I see.
Sorry,
Very
olden
nice.
video.
Olden video. The olden video.
Wait, stare and video?
Stare, olden,
Oh.
video.
Olden. How did you
Olden.
why did you put Olden?
It's just the word that I use when I just have a yellow E.
Oh, wow. That's a unique one.
Yeah.
It gives
Okay.
me an O, an L, a D, and an N.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. So you follow a pretty formulaic, like,
I-
oh, if I get this C, then I'd use this second word.
Yeah, I used to do lemon, but then it was lemon. And then I did melon, and then it was melon. So now I do olden.
That's not a
Okay.
bad one. A lot of times I do pouch as my second word, depending on what I have. So if I have nothing, I'll do pouch.
Mine is mound.
Okay, I can see that. Sunday
I
was
w-
the low point of my week. I got this one in 5. So I had stare, which just gave me the E. Then I did fleck, Fleck, still just the E. Then I did wedgie, Wedgy. That gave me the D, and the E was still wrong. And then I did modem, Modem, and then I did video.
Ooh.
The guesses aren't terrible, but I just was not in the right vein.
Yeah, how'd you spell wedgie?
Wedgy.
Oh,
Wedgie.
that's a stretch.
Yeah, I was. So okay, so here's the thing. You and I, you know what was up because we had a long weekend that weekend, and I was doing it.
Oh, yeah.
And I did it at 9 p.m. after getting up at like 4 that morning. So I was beat.
Yep. Got it.
Actually, you know
You're
what?
like, I just
now
let me
that I
get
think
it
about
done.
it, I might have actually done it early and took a screenshot late because I forgot. Anyways, not my proudest moment.
You remembered the screenshot. That's what's important.
Exactly. I'm a professional.
All right. So I did it in 4. I did notch. Okay. I do want some clarification here. Can s'more be an answer?
Can s'more be an answer? No.
Yeah, do we know this? No? Okay. Because I've been using it to eliminate letters, but I'm like, I don't think it can be an answer.
S'more.
I
I'm
know.
gonna
I
give
know
it a
you can
shot.
play it, but I don't know if it can be the answer.
Yeah.
Nope. You can do smoke, smoky, and smote, but no s'more.
Okay. All right. So I've been using s'more, even though it can't be the answer.
It's fine.
I did notch, s'more. I must have been hungry. The next was Jello.
That definitely can't be the answer.
Really?
Probably.
That's a brand name.
It's a brand name, so it's technically a proper name.
Oh wow. New York Times needs to.
Yeah, I'm surprised they let you play it if it's a proper name.
And then I got video.
I mean, hey, it works.
Okay. Oh, that one was tough, dude. I didn't like that one because of the V. That
Yeah.
took me a while. All I had was the E and the O.
Yeah, I didn't really like that one much either, especially
Yeah.
after video killed the radio star.
Oh, oh.
Ow, ow.
Great.
You were
Okay.
the last one.
Monday.
Monday. So I
How'd
did.
you do?
I got it in 4. Stare, slink, snowy, swoon.
I got
Did you know the word swoon before this?
Yeah, it's like the
Oh my stars.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh my stars. I got this one in 3, baby. I had stare, then I had scold, and then I had swoon.
You had what?
Stare, then scold, then swoon.
Oh, scold.
Scold's a good guess.
What did I
You
have?
had 11 words left when you guessed swoon.
Nice.
Quite the pull. What? Quite the pull.
Nice.
What website do you use again, Stoe?
Solvle. SOLVLE.
Solve Wordle.
.com?
.appsoil.com.
Oh. Okay.
It's not sketchy, I swear.
Yeah, totally.
It has a
legit.
lock. Wait, is that lock locked or is it grayed out so it's not locked? Well, it's not grayed out. It just doesn't have any color.
Oh, the like
Let me look.
encrypted. This is
Oh.
encrypted.
Verified by Amazon.
I do
No
not have a
trackers
lock
known to
icon on my
Firefox.
browser.
Were detected on this page. I'm using it on Firefox.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Google doesn't do the lock icon.
I think it's safe.
So he
mean,
hasn't got his
fine.
data stolen yet. Will, how'd
At
you
worst,
do on
somebody
Swoon?
might steal your first word, Caden.
It literally,
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
it
we already
literally-
do. We already use the same one, so.
Yeah, literally all it does is you say, "Here was the answer, and here was my guesses." Okay, I did it in 4. I did notch, snore. Can snore be an answer?
Snore?
Yeah,
Like someone snoring?
yeah,
That was your second word?
yeah.
That could be an answer, yeah.
Oh, okay, sweet, good to know. And then spool, SPOOL.
Even though you had an N?
Why did we invite Stowe?
Okay, sorry. Run it back. I was too busy playing with Solvle. What did you guess? Run me through your first 3.
I did not snore, which did give me a yellow in.
Okay.
And then I put spool. 'Cause
That's
I
right, buddy.
thought- I just had an inkling there might be double O's.
Yeah, so
and
why
I
didn't you
thought-
play Spoon?
You could have done spoon.
You're right. But spool is speaking to me.
Just in case it's sloon.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. You never know. Never know.
yeah, because it, well, okay. No. Okay, here's no, I don't. I can't really
You can't
justify it a whole
justify it.
lot.
It's okay. Moving on.
Okay. And then swoon was my 4th. I think that was a delete, enter, delete, next letter, enter, next letter, enter, till I got it.
So tell me, Will, do you know what did you know what that word was before you played it?
No. That's why this week was hard. Okay, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Welcome to Tuesday.
How did
I got
Stowe
it in
do?
3. I did
Oh.
stare, olden, that's my word, and then decoy.
Man, nice.
Olden did you very well there.
Sometimes it does not.
Yeah. I had stare, and then I played blend, then medic, then decoy.
Yeah, there's only one left.
Yeah,
Man.
my second word is up for grabs if I have a yellow E.
Yes, you did fleck and then blend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I like to play it fast and loose, but not too fast and loose.
You're not gonna use spool.
Yeah, I would use spool.
It seemed good at the time. Okay.
It did get you the double O.
Yeah.
This is
so,
true.
like,
This is true. So it was good in that respect.
Yeah. It I would have got it in the same number of guesses. It's just another way to get there. Okay, because it could have been Sloon. All right.
Was
I
that
got-
how Wordle changed my life? It's not the road, it's the destination.
Yeah. So for the listeners, we have a running joke in our chat where if I was to write a book on how I play Wordle, we probably have like 10 chapters at this point.
Oh, we have more than 10. I think we were up to like 13 or 14. How
About
Wordle changed
lessons
my
I've
life.
learned. Yeah, lessons I've learned.
We only have chapter titles, which end up being pretty self-explanatory, so you don't really
I
need
think
to write
Stoe
chapters.
has a list going, doesn't he?
I do, yeah. Here's some of the funnier ones. Dealing with loss. Chapter 2, when and why to step away. Chapter 6, Wordle or a Rorschach test.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
I
Chapter-
forgot about that.
Chapter question mark. Bye bye, streaky boy.
When you lose your streak.
I like how there's multiple chapters, but like it's just scattered.
Oh, we totally lost count.
I think there's two chapter 6s.
Yeah. As there
I
should
love
be.
it. Okay.
You know, one of my biggest pet peeves with using stare as a starting word is that if you type fast, you can really easily accidentally hit R a second time as you're typing stare, and you can play star with 2 R's, and that is a valid guess within Wordle.
I don't know why, and I hate it.
I know.
I've hated it twice in my life.
I've hit it like I think I've hit it once, but I've come real close to hitting it more times. I guess New York Times is a really big fan of Ringo Starr.
It's true.
Yeah,
I mean, it
big
takes
Beatles
Jello,
fan.
so
Yeah, exactly. Big fan of Ringo Starr.
Yeah.
They
It's
just want to be in an
occurring to-
octopus's garden.
is this a segue into your Wordle for Tuesday?
No, because I actually
Oh.
got it right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just now occurring to me if I ever wrote that book, I now have people to sell it to, the listeners.
Audience.
In the bio.
Link in the bio.
Stay tuned.
Link in the
I may
description.
write the book and we'll sell it to you at a very fair price.
If you sign up for the Patreon, you get a signed copy.
$1,000.
They'll make 2 copies. And everyone on the Wordle cast will sign it.
On the Wordle group chat. Or everybody who's been on the podcast.
Yeah. It's
Good
more
thing
of
we
a
don't have that
value.
many guest stars, otherwise that would get pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You need to use 2 pages.
Yeah. That's what all those blank
All right.
pages at the front of the book are for.
Okay. Tuesday.
Wednesday,
I did
Wednesday,
it.
Will.
I didn't say my words.
I thought you did.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you. Okay. I did it in 5. I put notch, crowl.
Growl?
Yeah, I can't even.
With a C?
CROWL.
It's
like
an obsolete
crawl.
word. It's to make a growling noise as the stomach. It's also
So it
Scottish.
just became growl.
What was that stuff?
It just became growl.
Perhaps. It's also a Scottish and Irish term that would be actually pronounced crowl. That
Oh.
means a dwarfed person, just a little guy.
I love that. He growled at me.
It was like, and surprisingly, my next word was dwarf.
Yeah.
And then no.
Oh, sweet. Okay. And then Oscar.
Oscar.
Yeah.
Shout
I
out
was
to
a little
Oscar.
annoyed. Because those O's and C's were jumping around from Notch to Crowl to Oscar. I'm like, dude, where is these things? And then my fourth guess was Mocky.
What?
Mocky.
Oh my gosh. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, what's that? Is it just one that mocks?
It's a slur for a Jewish person.
And it took it.
See, New York Times got nothing on me.
And if you're a short Jew, you do not like Will's Wordle.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Kroll Maki.
What felt really bad though is because Maki put the O in the second slot. I had already eliminated that in Notch.
Oh my goodness.
So
You've got like Scottish and anti-Semitism in one fell swoop in this.
but it told me where this. Oh wait, I already figured out where the C was in Oscar. Just like as it told me that it ends in a Y.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, that's important information.
It is. Yeah, thanks. I got decoy.
You know,
Technically, you did only have 2 words left after your second guess, but that's besides the point.
Oh jeez.
oh my gosh.
That's awful. Is Oscar about like could that have been an answer?
No, you had gecko and decoy.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took Oscar.
Yeah, that's a proper name no matter how you slice it.
And then we're just
It's an
using
award,
Jewish-
right?
Yeah.
And we're just using Jewish slang for the rest.
No. It's slang about Jews. It ain't Jewish slang. It's derogatory toward them.
Okay, Wednesday, guys.
Wednesday. All right, moving on. So I got this in 3. I did stare, lithe, quite.
Okay.
That's good.
Lithe is a good guess. I use that one now and then.
Yeah, I like the letters it gives. Very good.
Yeah. And it's just a fun word to say, lithe.
Lithe.
I also got this one in 3. I did stare, then tinge, then quite.
Ooh, tinge. If it's ever lithe, I'll have to look into that.
How do you spell tinge?
Tinge.
If that's ever an answer, I won't like that.
Well, now you know about it.
It's a very valid answer.
Yeah. Cool.
I don't even have to look that one up. It's an answer.
Yeah.
Is
What?
it like
How
just a
would you
tinge
define?
of something? Like something
Yeah.
small, just a tinge?
A tinge, or it could be just like a small feeling. To color slightly, tendency toward a trace of some color. No, tendency toward or a trace of some color.
Okay.
Yeah, a slight
So is
trace
it-
or of a feeling or quality. It's very
Okay.
similar to twinge in that context.
Awesome. Okay.
I do.
I got
I am a
mine in-
twin, and I just have a little bit of color. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Okay. Twinge. Yeah. Anyways, I got it in 5. I put notch. Dart. Figured out there's only one T. Start.
Okay.
Yeah. Thought maybe there's 2 T's. No.
Mm-mm.
Fleet. There's only one E.
Get rid of those doubles early.
Yeah. Timed.
Okay.
So just time with a D. Which can that be an answer?
I think so. Past participle
Like-
of time.
Yeah. Like I timed it.
Nope.
Really?
Timer
Oh.
can.
Timer?
They're not. They don't usually like past tense words.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Unless it's a
Yeah,
word that like only exists in past tense.
Yeah.
and they don't like plurals, right?
No.
No.
No. What else don't they like? Do you know?
Jews
Slurs.
apparently, based on what they let you play.
Stowe said slurs.
Supposedly, like they took them out, but then put them back in.
Oh,
I
okay.
just hope someday the answer is penis. That's all I'm playing for. I'll stop playing Wordle that day.
I'll keep playing. I
That's
got you, New York.
that's the
Sorry,
last Wordle.
Not a valid word.
Darn.
And then after timed, I got quite.
I hope
That was
I would hope so.
that took me forever, dude. That one.
It's hard
Ooh,
to
I have
commit to
some
put a
beef.
Q in there.
What was that?
It's hard to commit to put a Q in there.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that that one was an accident. I was doing my type a letter, enter, because I figured out T, I know where it is. Probably ends in an E. Okay, the I's got to be in the middle. Like I just deduced
You just
and
brute
started
force it.
hitting letters. Yep, and hit quite, and I was like, oh, cool.
Nice.
Okay, that brings us to. Oh wow, we still have 2 days. Okay, yesterday, Thursday.
We're at 52 minutes.
I'm
Oh,
so sorry.
I'm sorry. It's my fault. The
is-
Wordle is going long.
Well, a third person on Wordle takes forever.
Yeah, third person just on the podcast lengthens it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
However you slice it.
I got a 4. I do not like when I just get a yellow R and E on stare.
That's
So
hard.
I did stare, idler, reedy, nerdy.
Okay.
Reedy?
Reedy. Like a reedy pool.
REEDY.
R REE?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a weird word. Okay.
If it had an A, it would be ready.
Yeah.
I got this one in 3. I did stare, and then I did merch, which is what I often do when I have just the yellow RE. So I did
Merch.
stare, merch, and nerdy.
That's pretty good. I'm always scared of the words that end in ER.
Yeah.
Those terrify me.
Yeah.
Mower and mover especially. Ugh.
You're down in a 50-50 between mower and mover and guess 5. What do you do?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think Venetia had one of those this week.
She did.
Yeah.
That was on like guess 6 too, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was down
Mhm.
to a 50-50 on guess 6. I'll find it, Will. Tell us what yours was.
That's really rough, man. I wouldn't know what that's like. Just kidding. I got it in 4. I did notch. Okay, this is cool though. Okay, so I did notch. We get a little crossover here. When I'm like, dude, all I know is it starts with N. Like, I don't know what to do here. I will go with raise. I'll throw it out there. Get
Burner
some
word?
vowels.
I approve.
Yeah.
I approve.
Yeah, so I'll do some. I just want some vowels. I'll do raise. So shout out to raise.
Shout out.
And then,
I
and
left
then
you
I
behind,
put
but I have not forgotten.
and then I did never, because now I had that
Never.
ER, and I knew it started with N, so pretty valid. And I wanted to know, is there double E's? I'm all about those double letters. And then I did nerdy. That one was fun.
Oh, okay. So it was actually on Friday the 12th that Venetia got the perfect score with the 50-50 at the end. Let's see. the answer that day was Jiffy. 3 of us got perfect scores that day.
That was
I
one where
didn't.
my first 2 words gave me nothing.
Yeah, and I was in the same boat.
Same.
Actually, I think she sent me a picture of what her. Let's see. Oh yeah, so we're gonna go back a day beyond all of this. So let's see. I did stare and then I did pouch, both of which gave me nothing. Then I did binky, Binky. And I did jiggy, Jimmy, and Jiffy.
Oh, ooh.
Ooh.
Venetia was quiet, then chair, so she had the I but couldn't figure it out. Then she did limbo, wispy, dinky, and Jiffy.
That is edgy.
Yeah, so
Imagine she did quiet on
a
Quiet Day.
she had Jimmy and let's see. Jimmy and Fizzy were her options at the end. Jiffy and Fizzy.
Jiffy and Fizzy, yeah. I was lucky
Man.
enough to do filch as my 3rd word,
Oh,
and
that's
that
good.
gave me the F. I was lucky to get that F.
What did the 3rd word give you total?
It gave me an F and the I in the right spot.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So I don't think there was anything else it could have been.
All right.
Yeah. How many guesses did you get it in, Stowe?
That one I got in 4.
Yeah, I got it in 4 too. I think we were pretty close. I didn't get anything in the first 2 words, but my 3rd word was frisk, Frisk, and that gave me an F and an I.
Yeah, that one is one you had to get lucky on,
Yep.
which none of the other
Don't
3 of
like
us
those.
didn't.
If you hit a letter, you're good. If you don't, you're scared.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to regularly scheduled programming. Today, the 19th.
I wanted to have a
Yeah.
good one today. It's the day of, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
I got a 5.
Oof.
A rare 5. I did stare, idler, and then I did a burner word, my first of the week. I did young, hit nothing.
Oof.
Wow.
So I did fever, and then it refer.
Okay.
Man.
Let's see.
Do you
here.
use young a lot as a burner word?
If I use it if I do stare, and then idler is just the green ER to try to get rid of some letters because there's tons of words that just end in ER that all use just unique letters.
Mm-hmm.
It's what they call a tower word.
Or yeah, you'll
Ooh.
build one of those.
Super towers where it's just a green bar going down with gray next to it. I call them dark
Yeah.
towers, but
I like that.
All right, I got today's in 4. I did stare, then perch, another one I use when I just have the ER. Then I did rebel, and then refer.
nice.
Nice job.
I'm a perfectionist.
Okay, so I got it in 4. And you know what's so funny, right? So before we started recording the podcast, I looked at that word. I did not know it was refer. Okay. And even just now, I again looked at it and was about to say refer. Until Caden just now said it the correct way.
That is a very different thing.
Even though I knew before the podcast.
That is either a refrigerated container or a joint.
Refer.
That's awesome. Okay, but I got in 4. I did notch. And I'd be curious, though, if you don't mind looking up how many I had left. Because I felt pretty good about this. I feel like this was pretty good Wordle play here. I did notch. And then I pulled out the raise because I didn't get anything with notch.
Shout out to Raise.
Raise.
And ruler.
Ruler. You had one word left on guess 4.
Let's go.
Nice.
Then I did refer. No fancy business.
Refer.
The emphasis is on the last syllable, Will.
Yeah, refer. Is that right? Am I
Now
saying
he
that
just sounds
right?
like he's saying reefer with like a British accent or something.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I
Refer.
referred to that.
Okay, hold on. Am I saying it weird? Re, refer.
There you go.
That's right, but that almost sounds like you're saying like you're putting fur back on something.
When you refer an animal that you've previously skinned.
So if I said, "Oh, he referred me to you," or "Oh, I'm going to refer you to this doctor,"
Yeah, that's valid.
I'm saying it right in those contexts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good.
Now we've actually kind of hit everybody's favorite part of the podcast right now. It's the math part.
Yeah, I mean, statistics do show people tune in just for this part.
Mm-hmm. Our listening times peak right at this segment.
You know, the YouTube graphs where it you
Yeah,
can see the
exactly.
spike.
Actually, no. Our people listen about 5 minutes and then stop.
Okay. I need to do my math.
It's okay. I've already done mine. I had a total of 25 guesses this week, which is okay. I had a total of, well, my total is 25. My average is 3.571428. Oh, sorry. 3.571428, repeating, of course.
Nice. I got 24.
Oh, so
Just
close.
by one.
By one. I wasn't sure because we were really close throughout the week.
I was scared when I got the 5 that I was gonna lose it because I started off and I got the 2 and I was like, yes, okay, I'm doing
And
really
the two
well.
was what did it because we had almost the same everything else.
So I was 3.428571, repeating, of course.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have my 7 numbers. So-
All right.
Okay, what did you guys get again?
25 total.
24. Uh-oh.
Oh no,
Oh, Stowe won by a point?
by one.
Oh.
And he's also gone. He froze.
Oh, hey, it's not my internet that's broken.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll wait to reveal my number because I could have won. We don't know.
You didn't win.
Hey! Oh, Stowe's going
He's-
on.
Something must have died.
Oh no! Oh no, Stowe.
It's okay.
Okay, let's keep them entertained. Well, let's talk
How are you,
about.
Will?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Do you want to do an early deal of the week while we wait for Stowe to return?
Oh, buddy. I mean, man, no. Well, I could talk about some stuff I bought today.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not permanent, like pertinent. That's a big word for me. Because the deal's gonna end today, but I mean, we both bought merino wool t-shirts today.
Yes, we did.
That's a big purchase.
Yeah, I have multiple merino wool garments.
Really?
Yeah, I have quite a lot of merino wool stuff. I really like
Oh,
it.
but like a t-shirt.
Yeah, I have 2 T-shirts that are merino wool.
What?
Yeah,
What brand?
Both of them are Smart Wool.
Oh yeah, Smart Wool solid.
Yeah, Smart Wool solid. I wear almost exclusive. Well, I shouldn't say almost exclusively. I wear pretty much exclusively merino wool socks. And I wear Darn Tough and Smart Wool.
Mm-hmm. That's a cultured man right there.
Yep, I know what I'm talking about. I take it seriously when it comes to socks. I also have merino wool long johns that I wear while I'm hunting.
Oh, I do. Yeah, merino wool.
pairs.
Like, oh, so good.
Yeah. All right, Stowe's back.
Stowe back.
Doing my Will impression.
Yeah, exactly.
Will cosplay.
Yeah. So how'd you do, Will?
All right. Yeah, I didn't reveal my number yet, Stowe. We wait for you
Oh.
to come back. We just talked about merino wool. So,
Like clothes.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I got 28.
Hey.
Not bad. That's a good round one. It's average of 4.
Yep.
4 even.
I do
Or
like dividing by
even.
7 because you get those 6-digit repeatings. Unless you get 28.
Do you want to know? Hold on just a second. Yeah, you want to know something weird? Is that any number that is a series of 4 digits repeated 4 times is divisible by 17? So if you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's perfectly divisible by 17.
Ooh. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Any number that's divisible by 17 is just completely wrong. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Let's see. Oops. Come on, what is it? I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember because I saw a meme on it a while ago, and it's like some of the numbers that are divisible by 17 are just totally weird. Yeah. So there's your fun math fact of the day. But yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
watch
the
it.
weird thing. Any 4 digits repeated 4 times to make one giant number, that's divisible by 17 because it's like 1,000,000,001 or something is divisible by 17, and thus anything repeated that many times is the same.
Wow.
Oh no, it's 100,000,001. That's what it is.
That's
Anyways,
so weird.
gentlemen, I'm really sorry, but I really have to use the bathroom. So I say we pause our recording and take a break.
Why? I mean, Stoke, I can keep him entertained.
This is true, but we're right between sections here, so I think it's a good time to pause things for a minute, refresh any drinks or breaks we need, and then
Okay.
come back for the whatever portion.
Okay, I can
This is
introduce this segment.
unprecedented, except in a live show.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
introduce this break.
Yeah, segue us to the break.
Okay. Thank you guys all. Well, we're not ending the podcast. We're a little tired. Well, we just got stuff to do. So we'll be back in like 5 minutes. You won't even notice because we're going to cut it. But this is a do break. Da da da. We're back. Welcome, guys.
It's gonna be so jarring because it's gonna be instant.
Yeah. That was the goal. You know, you know me.
That would be such
Okay.
a good time for an ad break. If only we had sponsors.
Oh, Ultra, please sponsor
At
us.
Ultra, please sponsor us.
They will eventually, right? If we
If we spam them, spam their inbox.
Yeah, I'm down for spamming. I mean, us
Reaching
at
out for
Wine
a
Wordle
marketing
and whatever.
opportunity.
Us at Wine Wordle and whatever do not endorse spamming companies. Okay. So, clarifications. We've learned some things. We've drank some wines. We took our taste buds on a journey. We learned some words, some obsolete, some slang.
Those are
But-
slurs, Will.
You know, you're right. Slur and slangs are different. We've learned some slurs. Hopefully, I never have to use those. So now that brings us into really whatever we want to talk about.
Whatever else.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
I think we just start off with, our normal 2 questions we ask every guest that we have on the show. Let's kick it off.
All right. What is Stoe? What is your favorite drink?
The drink I drink the most. Well, I drink basically just water and milk. And then if I have food like a burger or pizza, I have some root beer.
Okay. Now let me ask you this: do you mix the water and milk, or are water and milk 2 separate drinks? 2% a little strong
thankfully-
for you.
I actually do non-fat milk.
Oh, okay. So that is just basically water that's lying about being milk.
Yeah, it's just like opaque water.
Mm.
And if I'm ever sipping soda at a party, I like squirt.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we've got water and milk for the standards, but as a treat, root beer and squirt.
Yeah, definitely root beer.
This man is very. What is it? Like, if there's a lot of if statements here.
Yeah. He-
If only are in raise, then do this.
yeah.
If at party, drink squirt.
Nand.
Yeah, all of his drinks are contextual. You gotta be in the right circumstance.
I dig it.
Exactly.
Have you ever had coffee or beer?
I don't really like coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Something about just the coffee taste, and I don't like beer because of the beer taste.
What do you know?
I generally tend to like sweeter things, and I know you can have sweeter coffee but coffee and beer have that bitter taste that I don't really like.
Yeah. What do you think of the smell of coffee?
It smells better than the taste.
Okay.
I can imagine why people like it though, and
Mm-hmm.
and just the warm taste of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Just not my thing.
Do you want to ask our next question, Will?
Sure thing. My favorite. Okay, let's get into
This question was your idea, so you
Yeah.
have to ask it every
as.
time.
Oh man. Okay, here we go. As the foot nerd on the podcast, I want to know.
I'm glad you chose the word nerd. I could have gone a very different direction. That it was not as good.
In one of our episodes, I said something. I'm a foot nerd, and you're like, what? But anyways, as the nerd on this podcast, when it comes to feet, I do wonder like what your favorite toe is.
I don't know if I particularly have a favorite toe. I mean, one of my nicknames is Toe with an S, so that might be something.
Oh,
I guess maybe the only thing that would be cool would be my second smallest toe has a little bit of autonomy, so I'm able to lift it without lifting the rest of the toes.
Oh, that's
Okay.
interesting. That is weird.
Oh,
Don't like that.
yeah. I just saw it.
I don't know why.
Can verify.
You can't.
I think
you
'cause I-
can't quite flip people off with your toe, but you're really close.
I think it was when I was younger, I would play video games and I'd have my feet up on the table, but I'd only be holding my feet up with those toes on each side.
I just have more questions that I don't want to ask.
And it must have just, worked it out so it has muscles now.
I guess
It's probably
so.
above his toes.
I mean, I kind of want to see if I can do that now. I can move my big toe independently.
Yeah, I think anybody can do that.
Oh, I can do my pinky toe independently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If I had to pick a favorite toe, it would definitely be the
You
one
wanna
that went
see?
wee 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 all the way home.
Well, that's the little pinky one.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The roast beef toe.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
What do you do if you're singing that rhyme to somebody but they have 6 toes?
These little piggies went wee wee wee. You make it 2.
And 4 toes?
And 4 toes, you skip the piggy that didn't have roast beef.
Oh, yeah. He's the most unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Stoe, for answering those insightful questions. I think we've
Glad to be
learned
considerate.
everything we need to know about you now.
That
Get
would
out
be
of
what
here
was
with
in
your
my bio.
autonomous 4th toe. Now,
All right. So, yeah, what have we been up to? They want to know. They want to know. They want to hear whatever. How about you segue us into the next topic, Caden?
oh, me?
The first one you put there in the message. Yeah.
I see.
So
Okay. Well,
we're
I
talking about
think
toes, or yeah,
even
yeah.
though feet are a little weird, I think it is actually a neat skill to be able to move at least, just the one of your toes autonomously. Some would call that an amazing talent. And speaking of things that are amazing, recently you hosted and organized an amazing race style event here in Salem with a bunch of our friends. So we were kind of curious about what goes into planning such a thing.
A lot.
I can
A
imagine.
lot of them. So yeah, it was like over 3 months in advance. I started sending out messages and thinking of challenges. Some of them we pulled from previous amazing races, and some of them we were new. But yeah, it took a lot. It took a lot of planning.
Previous amazing races you organized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Matt. Matt organized one. My twin organized one before too, like the popsicle one and the Bible books one.
Okay.
We pulled from his. But yeah, and then testing them to make sure. There was one, the one with the crossword puzzle. The first time we tested it, we had 2 people try it, and it was bigger. And one person did it in 8 minutes, and one person did it in 45 minutes.
Oof.
So you can imagine, we did not want that much of a variance in how long it would take to get done.
Yeah. So in playtest, how long did that crossword generally take?
Well, I think we got it down to maybe like 8 to 15 minutes, which is more in line with what we want. We want about an average of 10 minutes per challenge.
Oh, okay.
That way we don't get back to the final spot at midnight.
Yeah, that crossword took me like 5 minutes max, not gonna lie.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Halfway through I caught on to the limerick because I had heard a similar one before.
Yeah.
And so I was
Yeah,
able to
like-
figure it out after that, but
I didn't do any of the crosswords. What were some of like the things?
so oh, go ahead and explain, Stowe. This is your
Yeah, so it was just are you talking about what the joke was?
What the like some of the clues were, I guess. Like how difficult
So you basically
were
had
they?
it wasn't too hard. You basically had boxes with spaces for letters.
Uh-huh.
And then you had letter pairs or 3 letters in a pair, or not a pair, trio, and you had to just put them into the correct box, and it would tell you which box it was in. And
Oh,
you just had
okay.
to transpose them in to make words and then those words made a phrase.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you
this
had like a
wasn't,
selection of like syllables or letter groupings for each section of the crossword. You had a selection there, and then you just figure out which go into which spot.
okay,
So if you had like
this,
a T and then an HE, you're like, oh, I put those together and it's the.
oh, okay. So this wasn't like one across first
No.
president. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Washington.
Okay.
No,
Whatever
it
you
wasn't
say.
that intense. It wasn't that intense.
Okay.
So
very good.
Which challenges did you 2 do?
I did. What did I do? I did the throw. I did anything with hand-eye coordination. Is what we tried
Darts?
to put me on. So yeah, I did darts. I did throw the ball at the 2-liter bottles. I did. You had to memorize a few words, and then recite them back with a partner. And then, wow, I didn't do anything. I'm going through the locations in my head. Then we did disc golf. And then I did like reassembling a cereal box. The
4 cereal boxes.
4 cereal boxes. They were cut up into 4x4 grids, and you had to assemble them. And I think that was it. Like, but it was kind of just like a thing where it was like eye hand coordination, whatever it is, I got it if I can do it.
And you ran.
And I did, yeah. At the end, I ran it was 6 laps around the baseball field. I ran 5. Thankfully, my teammate tapped in and was like, "Hey, I can get that last lap for you." I was like, "Thank you."
And to be
'Cause
fair,
that
it was
was-
only
Yeah,
0.2 miles around per lap. It was only 1.2 miles.
1.2
yeah,
miles.
but I was
It
booking
it wasn't the easiest stuff to run over either.
Yeah.
No. And then it came down to there was a 4-number lock, so you had to guess the 4 numbers to get this lock to open. We had 3 of the 4 numbers, And so I just started trying combinations to guess that fourth number. And I was able to get that. So
Which resulted in what?
us winning.
Oh, red team.
Red team.
Red
Oh, can we
team.
get a clap?
Oh, hold on. Let me get you a. Let
Soundboard.
me get you a clap
I'm
here.
wearing a red shirt today.
There you
Thank you, thank you. No, we were so stoked. Red team for the win! Shout out.
That was
So
a
anyway,
that was a very stacked team.
Yeah, your team was the most stacked. That's what I put money on. I mean, if I put money on, that's who I would put money
Yeah.
on.
That's
As the
probably the team I
coordinator.
would have bet on as well.
Oh, it
And I was on a
great,
completely
though.
different team. I would have bet on red
Yeah.
team.
Oh, it was so much fun though. Thanks again for putting that together, Stowe.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
I'm hoping there's one next year. And if you're not up for it, maybe I'll take the initiative or something. Because it's
Do
just
it,
a
Will.
great time.
Run it. Run
Yeah.
it. Let me, and I'll participate.
I did the
That would be fun. Yeah.
I did both the word search and the crossword. Yeah, so I did both of those. I did the one where you had like a piece of paper with a pattern that you had to enlarge 4 times and then cut out. So then I did that one. Then I melted the ice cubes for the dice, and then I ran all the laps around the baseball field
Ugh.
for my team. Oh yeah, and I did the disc golf one. The disc golf one was funny
Hey.
because it was like 15, 20, and 30 feet, right? Or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
15, 20, 30.
Yeah, so it was a duo challenge. 2 people, 15, 20, and 30 feet, have to sink a disc golf throw from each distance. So me and my teammate, we each alternated because each player had to hit one, so then we could both work on the other. And the wind had picked up a little bit, and we were struggling. We could not get the putt sank at 30 feet, and we're throwing it conventionally, sidearm style. And then I have the bright idea. I'm like, okay, it's getting windy. This is annoying. Why don't I just flip it over and throw it goober style and throw my disc vertically? First try, I sink the 30-footer.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, we could have done this so much faster.
So, Will,
And-
you're pretty good at disc golf, yeah?
I like to think I'm average or above
I think you're pretty good.
average.
I've played with
Yeah.
you. What was your strategy at the disc golf challenge?
I didn't fully understand what was happening. Yeah, I ran up.
winning
I
team, people.
kind of skimmed the paper, and then I just ran up to the was it 10 foot? Is that what you said? The
15,
closest one?
20,
15?
and 30.
I just ran up to the 15, sunk it, and then grabbed my disc, sunk the 20, and then it was brought to my attention, oh, now my teammate has to get the 30 by himself. And I'm like, oh, okay. Go. But thankfully, he was pretty decent at it, too. So he it didn't take him that many tries.
yeah, it wasn't Garrett, was it? It was
Cody.
Cody, yeah.
Yeah. It was
He's
pretty
got
solid.
even longer arms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even more gangly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and
Anywho.
for what it's worth, listeners, my team came in last.
But you were up towards the front, third or fourth for most of the race.
And that's why it stung, because we were third at almost every station. But on the combination lock, what happened was there was like 4 challenges, and each of them gave you a code. I mean, gave you one of the numbers for the combination lock. And so we look at the 4 challenges, we get up and we see what it's all about. And I see that one of the challenges runs 6 laps around the baseball field. And it can be broken up among the team however you like. But I knew my team pretty well by that point. I had before we started the game, the race was the first time I had ever met them. So by that point I had learned that they didn't have a whole lot of hustle. And so I was I volunteered to do the laps. I'm like, you guys do the other 3 challenges. I'll do all the laps. I'm not a runner. So I did probably 60-40 walking, running. But, I got my laps done, and I get back. The other two challenges are done, but one of them is to solve a series of math problems. And they were really stuck on solving the math problems and not just brute forcing their way through several of them, which were really easy to brute force their way through, or just breaking the lock without trying. I don't think anybody tried brute forcing the lock until after I got back and I started doing it. And so they got stuck on the math, and I I needed recovery for a second after but yeah, it just never ended up happening. And so we got in last.
Yeah, that the math problems is what really hung people up.
Mm-hmm.
But I specifically designed it so that you could get the lock open in 3 different ways. You could be really good at math and get the math one, and then that would be the 4th number, and then there's 24 combinations, I think, so it would be easy to get the lock open.
Mm.
Or I set it up where you could submit answers on the math problems every minute, and most of them only had maximum 10 answers.
Yeah.
So you could just guess on most of them and eventually get the answers guessing every minute. And then, or you could just do what Red Team did, Will's team, and just get 3 numbers
and brute force the lock.
Do the I hate math strat and just brute force the lock, which it was 144 combinations if you have 3 of the numbers. But still, you could do 144
You can get through those pretty
combinations
fast, especially if you're switching people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing
was
that it was like when I started brute forcing the lock, I was not organized about it, and I should have been. I didn't grab any paper or anything to organize my way through all these different combinations. So I probably could have done that better, but
Yeah, I just started at the highest possible number. So I think it was like 654, and then I was like, oh, 6549, 6548, 6, and I just counted down. Then next I hit 5,000s. I got it on like my 15th number, I guessed.
wow.
So,
Out of
like,
144? Dang.
that's why I was
That's
like,
crazy.
no way, this thing's open.
That's like on Wordle where you get it in 2 and you're like, oh, how many words did I have left? Oh, you had 147 words left.
Yeah. And I even
Yeah.
tried to lock picking lawyer the lock a little bit, because I think if I remember right on that type of lock, if you pull tension on them and fiddle with the things, you can kind of figure it out, but it just never worked for me because I'd never done it before, so I wasn't familiar with the strat. But yeah, green team, last place, let's go.
Shout out.
Yeah, green team.
Have you have you done participated in an amazing race, Stoe?
Yeah, I participated in one, the one that Matt ran.
Oh, okay. And then Matt, has he participated in one?
Yeah, he's been in 3 or 4.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Just wanted to make sure you've played before.
I do want to brag just a little bit on the paper one. When you have the pattern, you have to enlarge by 4. I was the 3rd person into that room, but I was the first one out.
By a significant margin, too.
Yeah, it wasn't close.
If you need somebody to measure a shape, expand that shape, and then cut it out on colored paper, Caden is your man.
It's the leather craft is what it is. It's a very transferable skill.
I had a feeling that would be one that you would do, Caden.
Yeah.
Just knowing you.
Yeah, I mean, I walked in and I saw what the task was, and I did this for a lot of things. With my team, is like I knew what I was good at, and so I was like, I volunteered immediately when I saw something I knew I was gonna smoke at that one. And so I was like, I got this one. Everybody else, you're good. Just take a breather. And I was right.
We had
Go ahead.
we had somebody play test that specifically, and it took him like over 30 minutes to do it.
Wow.
And then he went and did the Bible books and got it in one go. And then did ping pong ball and did it in 6 throws. I was like, you are not a good tester. You are the extremes of these times.
When we got to the Bible books one, That was one that I wished I was eligible for, because I
Mhm.
could have got up to the minor prophets. I would have needed to look at my rememorize about like 6 of them. Then I could have gotten like everything else.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Hosea, Jonah, that Obadiah, that region. I'm always murky on,
Mm-hmm.
but everything else I'm pretty good.
That's why we put it third, so that people would do the first two, and then you only have two people to choose from to do that last one.
Yep. And my brother was
Yeah.
eligible for that one. And my brother's
Yeah.
in the same boat as I am, and he just like smoked it.
He
Mm-hmm.
flew through it. It was
And
great.
then Red had some problem with the ping pong balls.
Hey, hey, hey!
Was that you,
You still
Will?
won. You still won. Okay, you still won the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was not
But
eligible for the ping pong balls at
I
that
kept
point.
walking out into the backyard. I was like, "Red team, you're still here? You've been here forever."
Was it Bethany that did that one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For
Mm.
context, there was you. The first 4 challenges, you had to choose a different person for each challenge, so you couldn't have the same person do that. So, anyways, that's what we mean by eligible. Is I had already
Mhm.
done the darts, so I was not eligible for the ping pongs.
And you had to bounce it on the table and have it bounce off in 5 bounces and then 10 bounces. But I guess I made the mistake of having people go the wrong way because the table we were doing it on was ever so slightly tilted, and so they were
Oof.
bouncing uphill instead of downhill. So it
Ugh.
was a little bit more difficult, but it was the same for
Mm.
everybody.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it was just a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then there
Very
was
cool.
the challenge that I think made or broke a lot of teams was the card sort. Some teams had some serious. Red team had a lot of ground in that, because that's a game that my brother and I have both done before, in game nights with you, Stoe.
Hmm.
And so my brother was eligible for the card sorting team challenge, and so he was like, "I will do this. Here's what we're gonna do," he said to his teammate, because he knew the strategy. He's like, "Here's what we're gonna do," and it worked. And they were out fast.
Yeah,
But
I put it
I
last.
wasn't eligible for either position, and so their strat was like they laid out all the cards in order, like it was in the example picture,
Ugh.
and it was just like,
Oof. I put it last, hoping that the people who had done it before in the past maybe wouldn't get to do it again, but
mhm.
some people did.
Hmm. Yeah.
And people had done it on a previous Amazing Race as well, because it was in the last one, but that was like 2017.
Oh yeah, pre-COVID.
Did
Yeah.
you have a challenge that you put in there that you were proud of, Stowe? You're like, okay, I'm pretty proud of that one.
Uh, other than the way a few people cut it out, I was pretty proud of the people cutting out the shapes.
That was a
Because
good one.
That is a
it
good
made a
challenge.
really cool sign at the end. And let me tell you, that was the one that took the most time to do. I had to cut out all those little exactly 7x4 inch things.
Oh yeah,
And
to set all
I had to
those
buy
up.
scissors and rulers and glue and paper. And
Yeah, and it's funny. It doesn't seem like a particularly intense challenge, but the setup for that is a lot.
yeah,
You got to buy arts and crafts
And-
supplies for what, 10 teams?
yeah. Thankfully, Amazon has good bulk
Back to school.
back to school.
Which-
Yeah.
Would explain why you were so upset when my team didn't do it correctly.
Yeah,
You just
because
did
it made
exactly
the
opposite.
sign for the Amazing Race. It said the Amazing Race and everything. And red team cut it out backwards. They cut the white and laid it on the red.
Even though I spent a whole bunch of time cutting out examples that were good examples, and I had some bad examples. So if you're
Yeah.
ever in the Amazing Race, make sure you thoroughly read the clue.
You
Which
did
was
give our
funny
team
because
a
when
time
I
penalty.
walked in and saw that, I honestly thought I wouldn't have thought somebody would have messed it up. Like I saw it, I read the rules, and I was like, okay, this makes sense. Make the black squares on your example sheet 4 times larger and make them out of your color.
We had one person cut out the white paper and glue it onto their team's color,
Yeah.
and
Did they
then
do it
somebody do it just
backwards
exact
too?
opposite.
Did they do it backwards too? Cut out
That
the
one,
white?
it's still, yeah, they cut out the white and glued it onto the orange. Well, the color. Okay, orange. Nobody knows who Orange Team was, but
Yeah.
cut it onto the orange. So it looked right. It was just backwards.
Yeah. Which is harder.
But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know about the darts. That it was more than 50. Did you hear about this, Stowe?
What did you think it was?
I thought it was exactly 50.
That'd be so hard.
Honestly, my first impression was that it was exactly 52, but
Oh yeah.
I didn't do that one, so
So I threw the first dart, I hit 8. And then I throw the second dart, and I hit the second ring outside the bullseye for 25.
Oh yeah.
And I asked the guy you were having like be the judge. I'm like, how many is that? And he's like, I'm like, how many? And then he's like, 33. I'm like, okay, how many do I need? And he's like thinking. He's like, well, you have 33 now, and I'm like, okay, 17. I need 17. Threw the dart, and it hit exactly 17.
You actually
Perfect.
did exactly 50.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, let's go. And then after the race, I'm talking to my teammates, and they're like, yeah, you needed more than like 50 or more. And I'm like, oh, I thought I needed exactly 50.
well, what do you know?
could've
I
been
mean,
a
that's still
disaster.
impressive. How many throws did it take you to do
I
that?
thought one.
Oh, you did on your first.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought I just like play the game. I'm like, this is the hardest thing here. But then I learned, oh, just has to be more than 50.
Yeah,
I mean, 17 is a good one to go for, though. It's right there on the bottom.
Yeah.
yeah, our teammate did it in one throw too. Yeah, she did that pretty good. I
Yeah,
don't
we
think
had
she
one
got
person
exactly
hit.
50, but what?
One person hit exactly center bullseye for 50 points. You're done.
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations.
And then one person was there for a long time.
Okay, so
Yeah.
moving on. We've already,
Yeah.
I think, kind of discussed a fair number of Wordle strats.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think we
But,
need to expand on that anymore.
Burner words.
Yeah.
Use burner words.
Don't use burner words.
we're
Be a man.
we're racing through these topics,
Hey.
but you know what topic we didn't race through? Our Wordles. Because Stowe has so many strategies. Do you have any more strategies you would like to share?
I mean, there's things that you can do. If you have a list of words it can be, then feel free to use it if you choose to.
Mm-hmm.
And then, personally, I have a document on my phone that I just add a word to every day. And then, if I think, has it been this word before, I can just scroll through it and see if it's already been that word.
Oh, it's like your answer archive.
Yeah. And so that way I don't redo any words. So, I mean, some people might say that's cheating, but I put
Because
in the work, I
we've
guess.
had one repeat answer, haven't we?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, I may be wrong.
There's been a couple words where they've changed the word or they've used words that aren't on the original list, like when it was snafu.
Yeah, which is an acronym.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What's
I think
it?
I've told you this before, Will.
Yeah, probably. But like, what is it?
It comes
Previous world
from the
episode?
military. It means situation normal, all effed up.
Oh no, I don't think you've told me this.
Oh,
Actually.
yeah, situation normal, all effed up.
Oh,
So
I
there was a
didn't know that.
situation normal, and it's no longer that way.
Things went bad.
Oh, okay. I did
And then
not
there's
know
also
that.
you know about foobar, right?
No.
Foobar is another one, and it's effed up beyond all recognition.
Oh,
Or repair.
Okay.
That too.
Teach me more. I'm learning so many words.
Yeah, so many expletive laced acronyms.
Like a little kid.
As long as Will doesn't have a little jingle for expletive laced acronyms.
I need to know what the words are so I don't say them.
Bad word acronyms. Beep 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 beep.
That was pretty good. Not gonna lie. Okay. Do you feel like that's all the strats? So
Yeah, I mean, burner words, burner words, burner words. Especially if you get those dark towers.
Don't use burner words. Be a man.
No, my strategy is 4 or less. That's how I play Wordle, to get 4 or less. So
That's
if I get
fair.
a 5 or 6, I feel like I've done something wrong.
yeah.
That's kind of how I go. I try to get 4 or less.
Mm.
Have we explained what a burner word is on this podcast?
I'm sure
before?
we have.
Okay.
If they figured it out from context, I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah.
If they haven't, they're probably not doing Wordle anyway.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, Stowe. Have you ever played the other New York Times game, Letterboxd?
I have not. Have I played it?
So
once
that's
or
the one where
twice?
you have a square, and on each side of the square you have 3 letters, and you have to bounce between sides of the square, choosing letters to make words.
Let me look it up. Letterbox. Letterbox?
Letterboxd.
Letterboxed?
Yeah.
Letterbox.
Boxed. That's one that I've been playing a lot lately, and that one's fun. My goal is to always solve letterboxed in fewer words than they allow you to, than the max.
What do you try to do? Use all the letters
Yeah, you have to use all the letters.
at least once, or
Yeah, you have to use every letter at least once. This is just riveting listening for the listeners. While these guys try and play letterboxed.
I could list off all the daily word games I play.
Yeah,
That's
that'd
quite
be
a
cool.
few.
Yeah.
So I play obviously Wordle,
Mm-hmm.
but then I also play Waffle,
What is-
Octordle. So Waffle is like it's like a little grid, and you swap letters to try to get 5-letter words in a waffle shape.
Is
I
it
do
more
Octordle.
like? Is it like a combination of? Oh well, never mind. That doesn't sound right. I was gonna say it sounds like a combination of Sudoku and Wordle, but that's not right.
I don't think it's like either of those.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically you're just swapping letters.
I see.
Imagine
That makes more
yeah.
sense. I got it.
And then I do Octordle, which is just like eight Wordle. And then I do one of them is Octordle Rescue, which is probably the hardest game because it puts in 4 letters or 4 words, and then you have to get the 8 words in 9 guesses. So you have basically 1 mistake / burner word.
Interesting.
And it can get very difficult if you get those word towers. Like if you get jaunt, daunt, gaunt, taunt, haunt, then it's very terrifying. I do a couple math ones, a couple flag ones, and a couple music ones.
Keep your mind sharp.
Yeah. Most of them I do are generally pretty short. I don't like to do any long daily games.
See, for me, Wordle takes a while, so.
Well, you got to think of words that haven't existed in 200 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Lately, I've been doing.
Oh, and I do Squirtle.
Lately, I've been
Squirtle's
doing
fun.
more of the New York Times games. I finally got the app that hosts like Wordle and all that other stuff. I've just been playing in browser until recently, but so I've been playing almost all of those. I've been playing Wordle, Connections, Letterboxd, and the mini crossword.
Are you subscribed?
I am not. I would probably play the full crossword if I was subscribed, but I don't want to spend money.
Money.
Money,
You can get free
please.
crosswords
What?
online. I said you can get free crosswords online elsewhere anyway.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, and I do Squirtle,
Yeah.
which is basically kind of like a Boggle type
Oh, okay.
game, but it's fun. Hard,
All
but
right.
fun.
Yeah. Well, this is a lot of games we're talking about here. A lot of online games.
I see where you're going with this.
But, you know, do you ever occasionally dabble in the physical games?
Games.
Like
We like
board
games.
games?
I do, in fact, on a weekly
Oh,
basis.
okay. Yeah, do you have a favorite?
Uh, yeah,
I
I
know
like
it's a
Rattle
big
Bones.
Will's
Well, thank you
favorite
all
game.
for listening. Thank you for tuning in this week. I think that just about does it. Well, today on this episode, we
Oh man, that's the most inside joke.
Rattle Bones is the game where you switch dice faces with bonuses, but the mascot of it is a creepy guy who works at a circus who seems like his only friends are monkeys and mice, and Will does not like his picture.
he
Not
Matt
looks
just
all.
put Matt
creepy.
just put the Rattlebones box up behind you, so
There he
He's always
is.
watching.
there he
He's
is.
always, he really is always watching.
Yeah, and what's okay? And I tried this. I tried the game, and it didn't help that I kept breaking the dice. So there's a little tool you use to change the dice sides to different icons or different tiles. And there's a little tool that I ended up breaking, even though Stowe's had this game for who knows how long and never
It's just,
broke one.
it's just how much
would.
he does not like Rattle Bones.
And I play it once and I break the tool.
You would be that guy.
But whenever I'm playing Rattle Bones, I'll send Will a picture of the guy's face.
Understandable.
Yeah. So, I question a lot, but anyways. Cool. Now, Caden, though,
Yes.
you mentioned you were working on a board game the other week.
Indeed. More of a
How is
party
that
game than a board
going?
game.
Yeah. How's that been?
I will tell you in just a moment. I'm looking for something that I cannot seem to find. I'm
Will.
looking for a picture on my phone.
What's your favorite board game, Will?
Ooh, that's a great question. It's changed throughout the years. Man, I gotta say, Beyond the Sun's pretty good.
I haven't
I
played
have
that
played
one.
that with you.
Yeah, you have. That one is really fun. It's a tech tree board game set in space where you're colonizing planets. You're learning new technologies, which help you do things a little bit more efficiently each action. Every time it's your turn, you get to do a little more and more. So it ramps up pretty quickly, and there's objectives where you need to colonize 4 planets, then you get this many points.
Colonizing.
Once the game has reached the point where people have achieved so many objectives, then the game ends. Just what I really like about it is it's clean, it's tight, it seems really balanced. And each game plays very differently because the cards are randomized. So what tech leads into the next tech, which leads into the next tech, is different each game. So you can have one game that's very colonize heavy, but then you could have another game that's very military heavy. So
And it's nice because even if you're losing, you're still doing stuff, and so it's still fun.
yeah, and that's a big thing for me. I want everyone to have fun. So no, I love that game.
I couldn't find the
I
picture.
really have no gripes with it, which is a good sign. I
couldn't
don't
find
really
the
have
picture.
anything I would change.
I was gonna send you a picture of Rattlebones, Will.
You would.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, but how's your game going, Caden?
My game is very good. I have completed the first edition of it. So I've got my first playtest ready version of the game. So the basic idea of this game is called Jump the Shark, and basically the premise is that you and three of your friends. So there's either four teams or four players. They basically compete to pitch movies to the other players who act as judges in a Cards Against Humanity style. Uh, so yeah, they will pitch movies based on randomly drawn actors and genres. So two teams will draw a set of actors and a set of genres, pick whichever one they think they can pitch the best. Each team will make a pitch, and then the other two teams that aren't pitching will be the judges. And then there's a few other like little zany bits. There's power cards, which gives you like power ups. So you can draw extra cards, or you can make your teammate draw fewer cards, and other such stuff as that. There's my favorite, the most powerful card in the game is called the Danny DeVito card, and that's a power card. Danny DeVito is now a cameo in your movie, and he has to be a part of your pitch. It's not the most powerful card in the game. Actually, the arguable most powerful power card in the game is the Jump the Shark card, after which the game is named. And basically, what that means is there is a fourth type of card. You have to draw a premise card, which is one of the 7 basic plots. So you have like your rags to riches story, your overcoming the monster story, a journey, that kind of thing. So it basically sets the basic plot structure. So when the Jump the Shark card is played against you, you have to draw one of those, and that further restricts what kind of thing you're doing. So you could end up having your genre be a romantic comedy, but it's now an overcoming the monster story or something like that. So you have to get pretty creative in that regard.
Sweet.
Yeah, and so I've been doing a bunch of work setting up a bunch of actors for the first version, and then writing a thorough but brief set of rules. So I've got my first set of rules is 2 pages.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I've got like a bunch of like alternate rules. So I'm excited. I'm excited to playtest. We playtest in a couple weeks.
Let's go.
Yeah, and so you may hear about it again on the podcast if I end up putting out a real version of the game for people to buy.
Yep,
Link in the
and
bio.
you can buy it bundled with my book.
Also with signatures, but only from Caden.
So wait,
Yeah.
do I only sign the book? Do I sign William's book?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Do you want to hear my paragraph I wrote for the setup of the premise of the game?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Go for it, man.
Here's the first part of the rule book. As a struggling director, big breaks are often hard to come by. You reach out to studio after studio only to deal with rejection after rejection. You might begin to wonder if it's worth it, if the Hollywood dream is really all that it's cracked up to be. But today is not the day for those feelings. A top Hollywood studio has called you up, asking you to direct their next big Oscar-worthy film. The catch? You are competing against a group of other directors with the same goal as you, to direct an Oscar-winning film. Do you have what it takes?
Ooh, that's really good.
That's pretty solid. I like it.
Then it goes on to explain the rules. One of my favorite things that I was thinking about, so Mom and I made this game up. And one of the things that's like before we ever started like really working on it, I was thinking of like scenarios and how I wanted to frame the game. And one of the scenarios I thought of was certain genres, require 2 actors to be a part of. So I was like a rom-com, but you've got like Owen Wilson and Christopher Walken, which are actors that you can absolutely draw in the first version of the game. And so what I was thinking about was like, how would I pitch that? Like, how quickly can I come up with a pitch for something that out of left field? And then what I ended up coming up with was a Christopher Walken, in his later years, has finally decided to try and find love, and Owen Wilson is his much younger wingman. And so I'm
That's
just
awesome.
imagining like at the table you're pitching like part of the trailer, And Owen Wilson is like, "It's not that hard, man. You just gotta go up and talk to her. Just be yourself." And then you smash cut to Christopher Walken talk to a lady at a bar. "I've got a fever, and the only prescription is your number."
It's beautiful. I can just see it. I can picture it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the goal.
So Owen Wilson, Christopher Walken, if you're listening,
Hit
we
us
have
up.
a job for you.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. Wine Wordle in whatever films.
Branching out, expanding the brand.
Yeah, exactly. Fund us on Kickstarter to fund our film. We need a lot
That's
to hire to hire those two.
Like a lot.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot of money. Yeah, so by the time the next episode of Wine Wordle and whatever comes out, we'll definitely have some notes on playing the game.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm
Looking
glad you
forward
got
to it.
yours to play test because I have tried to make a game in the past, and it did not make it that far.
Oof. Did it just get stuck in development hell, or?
Yeah, trying to balancing is very difficult.
Mhm.
And that's where the party game style is kind of easier,
Yeah,
because most of the balance comes from who you have at the table.
hmm
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
That's like a week away almost.
Yeah, just
wait,
over.
no.
It's like 2 weeks away. Two
2
weeks from today.
Yeah.
2 weeks from
yeah.
today.
today.
Yep. Easy.
Look forward to it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it'll be fun. Let's see. What was the other thing I was going to
What's
say?
Jump
ahead.
the Shark from again?
Jump the shark is a term that's used to mean when like a movie or TV show just goes completely over the bounds of realism or what you can reasonably suspend your disbelief for, and it comes from the show Happy Days.
Okay.
There was an episode, I think it was 1977, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But there was an episode where the Fonz jumps over a shark tank on water skis.
That's awesome.
And that's, yeah, so when somebody does something totally ridiculous in a movie or TV show, they're jumping the shark.
Okay. Cool.
And I saw that scene on YouTube a while back because I was like, okay, I want to see this actual scene. And it's even more lame than I expected.
I I need
pretty
to
bad.
see it now.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's great. Okay. What are we at now for time?
2 hours.
2 hours? Are we doing one or two parts?
I think we should do one part, but we should wrap it up.
Yep. I can do that.
Nice little bill.
What was? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Okay. Well. Oh man. When was Happy Days from? What year?
Well, we're not fully wrapping up. We got 2 more brief segments to do.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
It's,
I'm sorry. I think Happy Days
Yeah,
was
yeah.
in the 70s.
70s. Oh, okay. I think my my dad was from the 70s.
That's crazy, bro.
He did. Yeah. He had some pretty good moments.
Hey, both of my parents were born
Especially
in the 70s.
Yeah, especially some of the jokes he would say were like, "Oh, that's a classic dad joke."
Dad jokes are the greatest. Speaking of, I've got one.
Do, 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 boo, ha, ha, ha. That's a dad joke. Okay, so this week's dad joke. Send us off, Kaden.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, I have a question for you, Will.
Yeah.
Why do you
Shoot.
never see elephants hiding in trees?
Ooh. Yeah, I've never thought about that. Why don't I?
Because they're really good at it.
Ah. Yes. No.
So are you raising your hand?
I have a joke too.
Oh, another one. Go for it.
Oh, double.
Why are giraffes' necks so long?
Why?
Why?
Because if they were any shorter, their feet wouldn't touch the ground.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Good one.
Hold on. Why are their necks so long? Because if they were any shorter, Their feet wouldn't touch the ground? Hold up.
You're overthinking it, Will.
Am I?
Yep.
Why are their necks... Okay, wait, say it again.
Giraffes. So giraffes have a long neck and their feet are down here, right? If their necks were shorter, their feet wouldn't touch the ground.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
It's silly.
It's a kind of a quirky little joke, ain't it?
I do have one that I made up in 3rd grade.
Oh.
A third.
Ooh, do we? Let's treat them to a third.
Yeah.
It's a little bathroom humor, if that's okay.
Sure.
Relax,
We've
liberals, it's
crossed
called
so
dark
many
humor.
lines on this podcast.
So, if this was during lunch at the cafeteria, I thought this up. What did the baby Sloppy Joe say to the mommy Sloppy Joe?
Oh, what did he say?
What?
What's that brown stuff between your buns?
Oh my. I've heard you tell that one before.
That's pretty good. I like that. That one I got immediately.
No explanation needed.
Will's a connoisseur of potty humor.
Yeah, I don't know what that says about me, but
It's because our
Thank you,
podcasting
Stoe.
career is in the toilet.
Oh! Okay. Thank you guys for that good laugh. Okay, now.
Good deal.
Yeah,
Good
do you
deal.
want to segue?
Oh, speaking of good
Yeah.
deals.
Oh! Wow, that was quick.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready.
hey, it was brief, but it was appropriate.
That was like a fastball, dude.
Mhm.
Okay. I got a good deal of the week. Yeah, okay. It's kind of rough though, I was thinking, because like we're recording this as all the good deals are ending.
Right after Prime Day. Yep.
After Prime Day.
I bought an Apple Watch on Prime Day, by the way.
No way.
Yeah.
Series 9?
Yes,
Or
sir.
Series... Wow. Dude, that's sick. Oh, wow. My phone just... when I said series, it went...
Stop listening to us, voice assistants.
That's awesome. I dig it, man.
Okay,
we could
sorry.
have a whole discussion on... But anyways...
I have something I've never tried. Can I?
Yeah, is
can
it
I
coming?
back up just a second?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my Apple Watch will be here Tuesday, but let's just try something real quick. Hey Siri, tell me a joke. Oh, it's quiet. Hold on.
Yeah, we can't hear it.
Okay. Tell me a joke. Why is she not saying anything?
I have trouble talking to girls too.
Yeah. It's my animal magnetism. Hey Siri, tell me a joke.
Uh-huh. A man went to the doctor because he'd been feeling a little off lately. The doctor came into the room and said, "I have your prognosis. Unfortunately, your DNA is backwards." The patient replied, "And?"
Not bad. Not bad. I'm okay with that, Siri.
Oh, that was pretty good. Actually,
I like that one.
That one
I never
took me
heard
a
it, but I like
second.
it.
Yeah.
That was
Sorry
good.
that took longer than expected, but I just had the idea and I had to try it.
Yeah, that was solid. Man, we treated them to 4 jokes.
A lot of jokes.
Make sure
There
you
was 2 others that
subscribe.
they couldn't hear because Siri was mute. You have
That's
to have your
awesome.
ringer volume on, which I never do.
Yeah, it's interesting like that. Where you have to like adjust the volume as Siri's talking.
Mhm.
Okay. Deal of the week. You know, I've thought a lot of hard about this. It's hard because like all the deals are gonna be done. Somebody actually asked me a couple days ago that listens to the podcast. They're like, "So what's the deal of the week?" And I'm like, "Oh, this guy wants some like early access." Like,
Yeah. It's hard to do a deal of the week when we only do one podcast a month now.
right? But what I think I'll say, okay, because I'm gonna give a shout out. I don't think I've done this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I've talked about the Planet Fitness membership. Have I?
You've
The
talked
cost.
about it, but not as a deal of the week.
Okay. So here's the thing. This was about a month and a half ago. There was some talk, some articles, and I thought, okay, you know, and but then they emailed also saying So right now, there's 2 tiers at Planet Fitness. There's the $10 tier, which is an awesome value, by the way. And if you want my referral code, hit me up because you actually do save some money, and I get a free month out of it. But beside the point. Uh, so there's the $10 tier and the $25 tier. $10, you like choose what gym you want to go to, and that's pretty much it. You get to go in and exercise. $25 tier, you get like access to their massage chairs. You can go to any gym worldwide, or at least nationwide, and you can bring a friend in for free. So 25 is pretty good, but I do the 10 because I'm cheapskate. I just want to go work out, call it a day. But there's a lot of talk about the $10 tier going up in price. Okay. And like Physique or other gyms around me, I know they start at like 20 or 25 a month. Okay. So to get for 10, like I'm pretty happy with that. But they say, and they emailed this, so I know it's official now. They emailed, if you are already on the $10 tier and they raise the price, they're still going to only give you that. It's going to be stuck at $10.
Okay, grandfather you in at $10.
Yeah, they're going to grandfather you in. So, I mean, granted, that might just be a tactic to get more people to sign up or whatever. But like, if you are thinking, hey, I might want to hit the gym a little bit more, Planet Fitness ain't a bad place. I mean, granted, each Planet Fitness is probably different, but the one I go to, pretty chill. It's open like 24 hours, like Tuesday through Thursday, I think, and then the rest of the days they're open till like 11 p.m. So, whatever schedule you fit. But I think I'll do that as my deal of the week.
Okay.
Because that's kind of a
Get
PSA.
in on it now.
And I can concur. I didn't have a Planet Fitness membership, but somebody else did, and I went as the friend.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a pretty solid gym. You have all the stuff there that you need.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yep.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously don't work out.
I ran today for like 18 seconds.
Let's go.
And then shortly after, I ran for about 9 seconds.
Not bad. Not bad.
That's good. Gotta start somewhere. Oh, I signed up for a half marathon. Quick shout out.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
let's
like
go.
13 miles.
Nice.
Yep. Middle of September.
Middle of September. Is it the Central Oregon one?
No, it's down here at Minto.
Okay.
It's like Willamette Valley half marathon. Funny thing is, the cutoff for the half marathon, some are like, you got to do it in less than 3 or 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Like probably 4, I think, is pretty standard because like they don't want people out there forever. This one is super chill. Cutoffs in 7 hours.
Oh, you got plenty of time.
So, yeah, plenty of time. They're even encouraging you could even walk the whole thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can walk it in 7 hours. They know the Salem demographic.
Yeah. Hey, I'm from Salem.
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah, so am I.
But yeah, you get like a little wine ticket at the end of, or like a little wine tasting at the end, which is kind of fun.
Wine tasting?
Yeah, or if you aren't doing the marathon, which is kind of cool, you can like just buy the wine ticket for like $20. So if like you want, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, if you didn't want to do the marathon, but like you have a friend that you're like, I want to do the wine tasting with them though, they could pay the $20.
I did the Warrior Dash 2 times.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah,
that's only like a
it.
5K, but they've got like obstacles, right?
Yeah, I didn't like the running, but I liked the obstacles.
I would do a Warrior Dash. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing the Ironman downtown this weekend.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm glad I don't have to go downtown this weekend.
Yeah. Okay. I think that does it. It's a pretty good deal of the week.
Works for me.
Is that all our segments?
I think so. I think that's all of them. All we've got to do is close it out.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
And that will be your turn,
Indeed.
right?
Indeed.
Okay.
So today,
Wait. I felt like there was something I was gonna mention.
Hmm.
I can't remember. Oh! There's a little bit of a trend. Just quick mention. Mixing Coke with red wine.
oh yeah, on like TikTok or something.
Just the internet. It's a couple weeks ago. I saw it. I tried it. It's worth trying. I'll just give it that.
I hadn't even heard of that until you had mentioned it to me, and it sounds absolutely awful.
I used the most basic Pinot Noir from Costco for like $7. Did a 1-to-1 with some Coke, and it is worth trying. That's it. Okay.
You heard it here
Didn't
first,
say it was
folks.
good.
If we
He
get
said it was
if
worth
we get
trying.
50 likes on the YouTube video for this, we will do Coke and red wine as our next episode.
I've already
Oh.
done it.
Time to create some burner accounts.
Don't create burner accounts. Don't be that. 50 likes.
Okay, I'm done talking.
Okay. Well, this turned out to be quite an episode, quite an eventful episode 12 of Wine, Wordle, and whatever. We had our special guest, Stoe. Anything you want to say to the people, Stoe?
I hope I am in people's top 3 most favorite guests on Wine, Wordle, and whatever.
Well, I mean, by default, you're top 2.
Let's hope so.
Okay, so, well, we've got that. We had a special episode. We talked a little bit about our Quady North, Rogue Valley, Rosé. I thought it was mid. Will really liked it. Stowe did not like it at all because he's not a wineman. Talked a lot about Wordle. A lot about Wordle. Stowe is one of our resident Wordle professionals, and so we had a lot to cover there with 21 different games of Wordle between the 3 of us. Let's see here. What else did we cover? We covered the Amazing Race, an event that Stowe put on for us. That was a lot of fun. Thanks again on that. And then talked about board games and an upcoming board game that may be at some point sold, perhaps, possibly, maybe. We'll see. It's going to get play tested in 2 weeks, so we'll see how it goes. I think that's all for Wine, Wordle, and Whatever, episode 2. Thank you all for listening, and we'll catch you sometime next month, probably.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, everybody.